It is, in fact, the reason that I was playing the second lore before the stream today. Because the second lore, the third song that I played, Unsustainable, is very much a kind of ethos of the Outer Worlds here. So it's Fallout. Yes, it's heavily Fallout, right? Like, you could possibly refer to it as Fallout with the serial numbers filed off. Silly, thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 sub to Simon268. Simon268, enjoy your emotes in chat. Welcome to the Republic. Alright. Let's pull him back. Okay, more water over there. Fallout but space, 100%. That's exactly what we're talking about here. I should have just said those 3 words rather than the thousands that I tried to use to explain the same thing. Okay. Small introduction for those of you who are unfamiliar with my character here. My character has no body, no dex, has average temperament and perception, however is incredibly smart and quite charming. I've also kind of dressed my character accordingly. We are very much teched towards the ability to stand afar and just potshot enemies in the head with a sniper rifle. We'll possibly end up re-speccing if it's necessary over the course of this expansion, or if it seems like we might be able to find something interesting over the course of this expansion from reteching. My weapons are all different sniper rifles, except for this, which is Thunder. This is a long gun, semi-automatic. That aesthetic, exactly. Look at this drip right here. Damn. It has no body? What? Excuse me? Regina Hammerschmidt is a her? Obviously, this is also Regina Hammerschmidt, which is one of my preferred RPG characters. This is the interpretation of her in the universe of the Outer Worlds. All right. As for our quests, so for those of you who might be slightly familiar here, but also would like a little bit more grounding as to what we're currently doing, we need to find the admin terminal in the Office of Creative Incubation in order to start continuing the line of Lucky Montoya, who sent us an arm in the post attached to a message asking for help and promising a giant bounty. The general idea of Gorgon as a planet here is that Gorgon is where experiments and research and development are happening on behalf of Space's Choice. However, things have gone wrong and Space's Choice has tried to cover it up. We also have a side quest for an electric fling, which is just restoring phonographs. Yeah, that's not super relevant. And then Jerome's Flask. Okay, again, another side quests. This is just a kind of like love story wrap-up. The latest in the lineage of Hammerschmidts, exactly. And possibly one of the ends in this. We also got Felix and Pavati around for us. Wait, hang on. Take the hat off. Take the hat off! Oh, never mind. Okay. They're just going to keep their hats on the entire time. Oh, God, they look creepy as hell. How far in the future is this placed in? I don't remember. Does anyone remember? Ooh, those seem useful. Now, workbench. Didn't we say we actually had some work we wanted to do here? Or did I already do it? Let's have a look. So we don't have a magazine in this yet, but we can make it... I mean, we can increase the magazine size. It's reasonable. Didn't we end up figuring out that this was not going to be a good weapon for us? Yeah, its damage actually isn't going to be good for us. It's a hyper rifle, which is better than the ultra rifle that we have. However, the ultra rifle we have is pristine, so we need to keep finding a bunch of hyper rifles here, and then hopefully eventually we'll find one of them that's pristine. Finn's Force. Don't need that one. Overheat. Former Space's Choice advertising agent suggested branding this weapon's defective coolant system as a significant feature. She's now a vice president. Is it a single-player campaign? Yes, it is. I'm aren't really super dig multiplayer campaigns a lot of the time. I find it makes it hard for me to get invested into the story. And as someone who used to play a min-maxer in a bunch of different RPGs and never really enjoyed them, I was just doing it kind of out of inertia. I realized I only started to enjoy RPGs after I started to really lean into the role-playing of it, really try and put myself in the shoes of the character, really try and like engage with the world. And especially have a character that is similar to myself in a large amount of circumstances, but also has flaws that I don't necessarily have, or aspirations I don't necessarily have, that I can try and use as guiding lights for my kind of character's decisions. Those are the things that really made me interested in RPGs. Without that, it's kind of just clicking. Never seen you wear that coat? This one? This is for my dialogue skills. It's because we're in a town. We'll be changing out to a more aggressive thing later. Ooh. Smuggler's note.
Sullivan, you were right about this place. I got a lead on some pricey merchandise, and all I had to do was put my ear to the ground. Apparently, there's a mine shaft down the road past human inquiry and auditing, and due east. Used to be an old dead drop, but no one goes there no more. Wonder why? Would be dangerous, but what kind of scoundrel would I be if I let the goods sit there unappreciated? Come and join me when you read this. It won't wait for you, but there's more loot than I can carry by myself. Jenna.
Ooh. Light Pistol Mark III. Have we actually seen Light Pistol Mark III already? Revolvers Mark II. No. Okay, we may end up taking Ellie out at some point. So yeah, I'll take a Light Pistol Mark III. Light Pistol Mark III, rather the turn opposite of that. Either that text is mirrored or the shirt is being worn inside out. Yeah, the camera is mirrored. The camera is mirrored just so that I know where my hand is when I'm trying to demonstrate things. Also, my own face looks really weird to me if I see it mirrored. It looks like I don't understand it. It looks just wrong. Incorrect face, friend. All right. I think we got to go back out on the hunt. Another thing that I will also mention about the character for people who are unfamiliar is these. As I was just previously mentioning, the flaws of our character really help us get into them. And this game gives you the ability to take flaws for benefits. So I have pathecophobia. After getting repeatedly beat up by primals, I no longer function well around them. However, in addition to this, I also got extra perk points. Then a physical damage weakness, which makes a bunch of sense with our character. A drug addiction as well, because we did a bunch of drugs as this character. And robophobia. So it kind of makes sense that we would be scared of the things that got up close and personal and killed us previously. And that we'd be quite physically weak. Okay. Now, still don't want that weapon. No, wait, we did change it back out. Okay, never mind, we're fine. Lex, we don't need to talk to you. We just need to go back out on the town to Office of Human Inquiry. Doesn't a mirror show your face mirrored? Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm used to being able to, like, you know, demonstrate through a mirror, right? Whereas if this image wasn't mirrored, I would be pointing up there and my hand would be going that way, and I'd be like, oh, but I'm trying to just make it a little. It's not like it's a big issue. It's just a tiny little bit of confusion that I clear for myself there. It doesn't really work when I wear shirts that actually have things written on them. Like right now, I'm wearing a shirt that is a reference to the mysterious company in the background of the Firefly universe. Which, again, is kind of because of this game, right? Firefly and the kind of crumbling worlds in sci-fi is very, very reminiscent. 2x2, hands blue, exactly, mon frere. We already saw D-Trans stuff there. The office isn't back up that way. Okay, let's actually get a quick ping on the map so we can figure out where we're going. It's got a vending machine there. The active quest is far away from us? Okay, so we have a quest in 3 different locations. None of them are active. Okay, right, I detagged all of my quests. So there's electric fling over there, and then love is data and death. I think I'm gonna go to OCI back over here. That's where we were previously. The drug addict who's scared of toasted adventures again. Exactly. Very much the vibe of the Regina in this world. Part of the lore of one of my D&D characters who used to... They died last week. Who used to impersonate a bunch of different people in different circumstances. I've mentioned this before, is they would always have a name. Regina Hammerschmidt, Reglis Hammerschmidt, Reggie Hammerschmidt, R.H. Smith. They would always have like a corruption of the name Reginald Hammerschmidt. And the kind of like meta lore behind that is that as Leolof, or rather as Bear, reaches for a disguise, they surreptitiously, accidentally, unbeknownst to themselves, pull into another universe and take inspiration from the Regina Hammerschmidt or Reginald Hammerschmidt of that universe. Basically, every universe, every parallel universe and plane, there exists a Regina, Reginald, R.H. Schmidt. There is someone like that in every world. And when Leolof or Bear have to impersonate, they just pull that person from that world into themselves. That does nothing mechanically, it's just my headcanon for how all the characters are related.
Initiating ocular measurement.
The aesthetic reminds me a little of Bioshock. There's certainly a little bit of that in here as well. Yeah, definitely the rounded edges of a lot of the mechanical devices seem to smack that way to me as well.
Measure.
We already got a key, which was the Eye of Clarence Mostly. Did they ever run into the Reginald of their world? Not yet. Not yet. However, maybe soon. Was it a good character death? No, it was not. So I'd taken over Zentarum, and I turned Zentarum into a community policing operation that was also trying to do good community works. This was because Bear thought they had a curse and they were trying to lift it by just doing good works, right? And then I went into the Xanathar's guild area, killed Xanathar, just blew up Xanathar instantaneously because I had the Staff of Power. I don't know why I got the Staff of Power, but I got the Staff of Power now. I also got the Archmage robes, but I can't wear those yet because they were too powerful, so they were taken away from me. But had all of that power, managed to dunk on all of those enemies, and then a single intellect devourer came up to me. I failed 2 rolls in a row, and it attached itself to my head and ate my brain. I instantly died. Seems an odd view of police doing good community work. It's not police doing good community work. It is community policing. It was specifically, so the Zentarum are like, kind of like, they're a bit thuggish. They're a bit thievy. But all in all, they're kind of like roots in the community type, right? And effectively, I was trying to take them and transform them into a more reputable guild. And through doing so, I don't know, maybe become a Master Lord at some point. Who knows? I mean, aspirations. But yes, I use policing as the verb, not policing as the institution. I want to make that extremely clear. Okay. I mean, look, if we can go into here for free, oh. Now I understand why it was so easy to get in here. It's nothing. bracelet. Focusol capsule. Focusol is actually pretty good for me. It's a sniping drug. Helps our crit, I believe. Adreno, ambidextrin. Okay, this was effectively just a... Oh. Plain and pure water. Go pad. Cool. Yeah, this was effectively just a... effectively just a medical cabinet for us. So that nature and those goals, they all become vigilantes. Ish? Like, there are... The structure of the Zentarum, unfortunately, in that in that way wasn't really explored that much because, again, Bear died really quickly after actually ascending to power. I was really interested in the possibility, because I was giving the DM the ability to play with this. I was really interested in the possibility that Bear is trying to do good, but in trying to do that, in their zealor to do good, they start making mistakes. And one of those mistakes was going to be killing Xanathar's guild. It was going to be going into the guild and just wiping them all out. And I did that with everyone except for an intellect devourer. So unfortunately, it seems like, you know, it could have had like a cool resolution of the story of like Bear strayed from the sacred path and got taken down. It especially would have been interesting if the DM had taken effectively what I wanted to have happen in the world and given it to a different guild and made it so that I can't achieve it, and the more that I try, the more that I am fighting against the world that I'm trying to create. Because then that would play Bear's like aspirations for a better world off of Bear's ambition for curing a curse by doing good works, right? So at that point, it would be really interesting for Bear to have to answer the question of, should I remain miserable and cursed and wretched because doing good is not helping now? And suddenly I'm only serving myself with my previously righteous mission. Portion beans, sure. Take some extra food here. Would they have continued? Oh, as in Bear? Yeah, Bear 100% would have like continued getting a bit darker and a bit darker and a bit darker. Like, for instance, the aspiration to become a Master Lord. I mean, there's a line of succession. Not a direct line of succession, but, you know, a hidden line of succession, you know. The next highest person in the different guild. I really would have liked to play that out. But alas, I don't want to make the characters and the deaths mean nothing in this game by just saying, oh no, it's fine, that didn't happen. We can work it out, because it needs to mean something for the threat of death to be impactful. That's the crux of any good villain, right? They think they're heroes in their own stories, which leads one to wonder whether the curse would be alleviated if they thought they did good, or if it had to be true good. That would be another thing for the DM to play with, right? Because it's entirely possible that Bear would achieve what they think ultimately would bring about the best result for the largest amount of people, and doesn't get rewarded. And finds no solace in it. William McKay. Is it William McKay? It's W. McKay, rather. Gamesy, we've seen that one before. From Goodfellow L. McKay, after some deliberation, I've decided to update your standard procedure and protocol whilst you operate the front desk. Commit the following to memory. Do not greet visitors and workers with a smile. Do mention. There's no not in this. Do greet visitors with workers with a smile. Do mention Space's Choice brand products and services in your daily greetings. Do monitor and report extended lavatory breaks. Don't mention our surveillance and security systems to arriving visitors. Don't talk about the incident. And don't let any auditors into the upper floor under any circumstances. Failure to adhere to protocol number 6 will result in demerit on your personal or permanent record. I don't mean to be harsh with you, McKay. You're part of our family too. Regards, Lawrence Goodfellow, management. All right, door lock controls. We can hack in order to get into the showcase. Love it. These are showcases over here, right? Right? Yeah. All right, this was Saltuna. Don't care about that. This is the town that we started in, right? Yeah, absolutely looks like it. Oh, champion Tossball stick. Perfect game. Oh, that's almost certainly going to be a great upgrade for Felix. So Felix is currently using the Pro Tossball blocker and the perfect game. Okay, that is 24. Staring at the weapon long enough, you'd swear you could hear the roar of a stadium crowd cheering you on, hungry for more action. Who are you to disappoint your friends? Olsen vs D&D would be great, and it will be. It will be. I mean... Oh, wait, no, this is going to deal more damage. Yeah, I have to equip it to actually see the damage it deals. 605, I re-equip this. 508. It's less. Let's also give you the flamethrower. Can I compare it to... Ooh, champion tossball stick. Yeah, I mean, we can upgrade that one at the absolute least. Right. How do I compare again? Oh, right, there we go. So we deal 1 more damage per attack, but because we don't have the extra plus 15% melee, because we don't have the extra speed, it's worse. There's got to be some extra effect to it. It's unmodded and pristine. Yeah, but the thing is, it's unmodded because it can't be modded. There's no upgrade slots in it. I think what I need to do here is actually quickly take it out myself. I need to find a target to hit with this. Light machine gun Mark III. Maybe we end up taking Nyoka out on the field. Seems like that would be a good weapon for her. Yeah, I'm gonna want to hit an enemy with this because this is a special weapon. Untinkered. Oh, right, you can tinker with these, can't you?
Staying out of sight.
That'll be where the damage is missing from. God, I wonder if it's a good idea to actually go for the... we'll find the ability to upgrade in here, probably. Find a workbench around. All right, so let's try and ascend. Sorry about the giant... the giant sidetracks with D&D talk. I've just been thinking about it non-stop since the character died because, it's like, it was effectively edging of a story, right? It was right before the climax of Bear's story and dead. Oh. Yeah, sorry to take away from this RPG to talk about another RPG. Wait a second. I wonder if there's possibly a transferal of interest across those two. Dark Elfling, that's very kind of you to say. So, it's very comforting to be in a position where there is a base, there is a floor, there is a certain amount of people who will turn up, not necessarily regardless of the game, but for a very broad amount of games. It's something that I've been consistently working to make sure that I don't get pigeonholed. And, you know, I do, you're always going to see larger views on the genres and the games that you specialize in. But I'm glad that I can do things like this as well. Okay, yeah, we've read the terminals in here, so we actually just have through to the back, I believe. Okay. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, personally, That still fits within the umbrella of wholesome. If I suddenly started raging at games and, dropping R slurs at, anything that happened in a game and stuff like that, well, suddenly that's not wholesome anymore, but, what's a good bit of edging between friends? The Wholesome Verse Live, however, like the weekly show is very much a family-friendly, broadly show. So that's the reason I kind of, like, after the Jackbox segment that we did, I tamped down, blue-ish humor. Oh, we found it. The workbench I was looking for. Okay, this is untinkered. Ooh, okay, it's scaling well. Okay. Just tinker it a couple times here. Starting to ramp up. I may end up wanting to just sell a bunch of resources to get the ability to tinker more times here. So yeah, 503 by base now. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good on Felix. I've been really waiting for an upgrade on Felix's weapons because Felix has kind of felt weak for a while. Felix's best thing for a while has just been... Oh my god, I have to trade off a weapon again, right? Felix's best thing for far too long has just been that he can do the drop kick, right? He needs something more than that. So 642 versus the previous 605. However, the previous one was doing plasma damage. We'll see. It's incredibly kind of you to say, Addy baby. Yeah, I don't really know how to respond, but thank you. I don't know how to respond because I don't know how to respond in a way that is both affirming to the thing that you said, but also not possibly arrogant, right? So many things run themselves through the filter of, oh, is the thing I'm about to say just gonna make me look like a real dick? It's gonna show, like, hubris? I mean, I'm not gonna get a good price here, but I could sell stuff off really quickly. All right, let's sort for value. There we are. Doctor's orders, we don't intend on using that. Hemlock's eye patch is really good for us, though. What's your favorite class and race in D&D? I'm boring. I like bards. I mean, I say I'm boring. I like bards because I play a lot of bards, right? I've also played like wild magic sorcerers. I really want to do an astral soul monk soon. I also really like barbarians. Barbarians are really good just because you have the ability to kind of like role-play into them very, very easily. Like they often are quite simple. Like, you know, you're using int and wisdom as dump stats a lot of the time, right? So you often got a character that's just a big meat stick that just runs things, right? And you can put things into that. You can make them like a himbo. You can make them a thembo. You can make them anything. You can do stuff. My current barbarian at the moment is Hanno Knox. And Hanno Knox is an accountant for an industry. I went to go do some accounting on a pirate ship, and on the pirate ship, I died. I just kind of like didn't exist anymore, right? It's just like dead. But then the captain revives me. I'm a zombie. I'm like a thrall at this point. But Hanno Knox keeps all his memories locked up tight. Hanno Knox has got it going on. Hanno Knox is a rock. If you need the wall taken down, Hanno's got a giant hammer. And he's going to walk up to it. You know what Hanno does? Hanno Knox. Ooh. Sneak attack damage plus 25%. Versus Hemlock's eye patch, which is plus 10. Okay. I think what I'm actually going to do here is quickly just go through and mark my weapons as trash or not. How do we mark them again? Character, inventory, mark. Yeah, add to junk. Okay. So the hyper, that did take an upgrade on the critical barrel, unfortunately. Get that one. Pickaxe I did want to keep one of. Security Blade Ultra I don't need. Vortex Mace Ultra we've taken a couple copies of. Pro Tossball Blocker we can get rid of. Axe I probably want to keep a copy of as well. Low level Josh Flamethrower can go. Same with the Sentry Saber. That's pristine. It can stay for the moment. Automatic Pistol Ultra goes though. Champion Tossball as well. Alright, great. Then we'll go for the armor also. This is just a grown-up, less sweary Kuno, innit? What you talking about? I'm not Kuno. I'm old man. I'm Hano Nox. Hano Nox. Yeah, pretty much. That is largely where the voice came from for that character. Okay, re-equip that, and then junk you. Like, we're getting better armor here. It's just like, do I care about any of it? It's the ultimate question. Two-handed melee and stealth skills can go as well. Don't need the intimidate, certainly, nor those tech skills. I have enough other ways to give myself that. Reshaped power helmet for 114 armor. That actually just may be what goes on Phoenix. No, we can't put that on Felix. Felix has to be wearing the Moonman helmet. Dang. Alright, flawed exosuit goes out. Remodeled also. Leaded Mark II also. Manager is +5 hack on face. We've also got lockpick on a face. Perception on a head. Lockpick on a body. There's my base set that I actually wear. I should probably equip that right now. We're not doing dialogue skills. That is 103 armor on the Chimera Joldacore. That's actually more defensive. Like, this is supposed to be my usual hunting garb, but maybe this is my hunting garb. It's actually got good defense in it. It's just missing out on extra +3 armor rating, but that doesn't matter, right? We already got +50 on the other. Then dialogue skills on this. The other one gives +10. And this is interactable highlight range. Yeah, no, it's definitely the Chimera Joldacore that we wear instead. Busted. Look, I take inspiration from the names from everywhere. I would like to have a character that, like, has the kind of, like, very quick tongue movement of Kim Katsuragi, but without being Kim Katsuragi. $5K points for 5 minutes of D&D story time at the end of streams, as well as another pointy bonus reward. I may actually do something like that. I do want to do kind of like, I guess it's effectively a ripoff. I saw, like, I've seen Teak do Teak Talk so many times, and I'm like, this is a really good segment. This is great content. I would love an opportunity to do something like this. To be fair, I kind of do, like, Raps talking, like, through the whole stream. I often sideline. But it'd be nice to do that as kind of like a warm-up at the very start, to a kind of, like, just open question and answer kind of talking kind of stitch. Do you want another consumable there? We've certainly got enough Adrena time to do it. Walk speed negative, melee attack speed. Yeah, we're not melee attacker though, is the thing. Do we have anything else extremely high stacked? We do not. Raps is too obvious. Yeah. Also, I think it doesn't necessarily get across the point. It's the kind of thing that is fun wordplay, but it doesn't necessarily actually demonstrate the thing that I am trying to demonstrate at the time. Okay. Shuffle telescoping stuff. We can get rid of that one. Triple Eight Mark II. Get rid of that. Plasma cutter. Josh. Telescoping your game. Capital, thank you very much for the bits. As well as Silly, thank you very much for the gift of tier 1 sub to Capital. Capital, enjoy remotes and chat. And welcome to the Republic. Rhapsodizing, I really like that actually. Oh, I dig that. That's a good one. Pickaxe. Again, we already kept a pickaxe. Get rid of the Sentry Saber Mark II. Shotgun Ultra. Vortex. I mean, we may as well get rid of Vortex. Yeah, this one actually has slots. This one also has slots? Why is it not showing on there? But we should probably get rid of them until we find a pristine one. That's really what we're actually going to be utilizing. Capital, thank you very much for the 10 bits there as well. We've got a Vermin Mark II that is pristines. That means all the rest of them are junk. Revolver Mark II is also pretty low for this point. Plasma Cutter. This has to happen now so that we can clean up the inventory and be a little bit more comfortable going forwards. Sorry about the inventory management, but it has to happen, you know? Plasma Cutter Titanium is really high. It's level 32. It's probably good enough to keep. Alright. Now that all of those are marked as junk, let's sell them and then tinker. To rhapsodize is to speak or write about something or someone with great enthusiasm and delight. Yes. That is the case. There's our extra upgrade. All right. Please tell me I can get 2 levels of it. 1500, 2000 altar? 2.6, still got it. Okay. Felix should now be so very powerful. How many channel points have you play a specific game for one stream? It's probably not a thing that I would really offer on the channel point system, to be entirely honest with you. I find that my own investment in the game, as I was talking about with actually, do I really want to say? Yeah, I'll just sell them still. As I was talking about previously with RPGs, my own investment in the game is extremely crucial to make sure that I actually enjoy it. And then that is extremely crucial to make sure that, you know, I can make any good content on it, you know? So I don't mean to shoot down your idea, but do not think I am going to give a kind of open... Okay, thank you, Felix, for interrupting, but I don't think I'm going to have anything like that.
About your test subjects, I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do.
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent? Oh, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Okay, so it looks like Roscoe was trying to bust the kind of experimentation on people that was happening in this area. Okay, cool. Is your top bit donated this month? It doesn't necessarily show on my screen at the moment. Be able to find out afterwards though. It should. Does it not show like directly above the stream in a little box? Huh. Don't know why there's that hallway that has absolutely nothing in, but. Have you ever played a game that you thought wouldn't be your kind of thing, but turned out to really enjoy it? I think it's hard for me to tell whether or not that's happened to me, because I think of those things as retrospectively just games that I enjoyed, right? Oh. Okay, thankfully we already reprogrammed the turret here, so it won't be targeting us. I don't know. What What kind of genres do I usually not like? I usually don't like super heavy strategy games. I can't think of any super heavy strategy games that I wanted to play and then, or didn't want to play and then played. It's hard to tell. Because like, by necessity, all of the games that I have ended up playing have overcome some sort of a barrier that has resulted in me playing them. And I don't usually go out of my way to spend a bunch of time on things that I don't think I'll enjoy. Or rather, I don't go out of my way to spend times on things that I think I won't enjoy. If I don't think I'll enjoy it, there's still like a possibility, you know? Really? Even with the N-ray? Okay. I really thought we were going to be a lot faster on these kills. We were just going to be able to pot shot all of them down. Oh, I forgot to pop some drugs before going into that. May have heavily contributed there. Alright. Target's still running, that's fine. Felix and Pavati, did you want to do anything about that, man? Take a wide brimmed hat there. Just seems cinematic to walk into a bar with a shootout, take down a bunch of marauders, and then pop a wide brimmed hat on. Arena time. The story of this area, for anyone who wasn't here for the first stream, I have not yet cut them up into VODs, but I will, and those will go on the channel. But for anyone who wasn't here for the first stream, the story of this area is the development of Adrenatine and the catastrophic failures in management and in testing, and those impacts on the entire community. Okay, back out there. No one tell him that I'm just waiting here, swapping a bunch of weapons to... Oh, okay. Someone told him. Rude. Some machine mining helmet, some armor parts. Cool. Outside of that. It was rude of you, Raps, interrupting their drinks without even asking. Look, I stood nearby for a while, and the bartender did not offer me service. Therefore, I am totally justified in murdering all of them in cold blood. I don't understand what's so hard about that to get. That's a direct follow. That's A to B for me.
You've left me sober. You wouldn't like me when I'm sober.
Violated the rules of hospitality. Exactly. I wish to speak to their managers. I may have killed their managers. Oh, hang on. Probably a little bit of a floor plan for that reason. Okay. Can we actually even go over here? Crouch and jump. Crouch and jump. Okay, no. Yeah, there's just a wall that's blocking us invisibly.